Hello and welcome to another episode or video or whatever you want to call it of Coffee and Stocks. In today's video, I do want to talk to you guys about 3 different beverage companies that I am looking forward to, because honestly I've been talking about a lot of tech companies and SPACs. I want to change it up a little bit because obviously your portfolio has to be a little different. But before we get started, how about we get some coffee? All right, so let's get one thing straight. I am not a financial advisor, so please do not take my words as advice. Don't forget to drop a like on this video as well as a subscribe. So let's get started with the first thing. Let's look at the S&P 500. They're only down 0.46%, which isn't too bad. So that's not bad. They were up earlier today, almost, 5%, almost 0.5%. So we'll see what happens. But Dow Jones up 0.3%, and then the Nasdaq was down 1.25%. If we look at the heat map of the whole thing, it doesn't look too bad. We do have some green on the technology side, with Microsoft being down negative 1.79%. Apple taking a beating with a 2.9% down as well. So that doesn't look that well for them, even though they just came out, with the new Apple Watch and the iPad and all that stuff. So I don't know why their numbers haven't increased yet. Maybe when it's actually in the market, all those products, the numbers for them would go up. Adobe Inc. also down 4.35%, which is not that good. Nvidia down 3.67%. Over here in communication services, Google down 1.5%, Facebook down 3.27%. So it doesn't look that good, but it's, don't be alarmed, it's fine. Amazon down negative 2.47%. Overall, it's not bad. Financial, is up. The financial sector is up, insurance sector is up, healthcare is up, industrials is up, aerospace defense is up, utilities, basic materials, and real estate is also on the positive side. Now, before I get started with the first one, I do want to say that each and every single one of these stocks that I am going to talk about today, you guys should definitely have a position in, because they do have a dividend, right? So let's start off with the first one, which is CocaCola. I don't know if you guys have ever had Coca-Cola, because Coca-Cola is pretty good, right? So if we look today, it is down about 0.5%, which is not bad. Negative 26 cents is not bad, going for around $50.79. In the week, it is up almost 1%. In the month, it's up 5.35%. If we look at the year to date, we see here that it was going for around $60. They're almost at that pre-pandemic number, just a few dollars more. They're only down 6.36%, negative $3.45. So they're super close, pre-pandemic numbers. So you guys should definitely look into this, because they do have a 3.23% yield, which is great. And they do have they reported earnings of around 0.42 cents per share in the fiscal quarter of June 29th. So they did beat the expectations by 2 cents, which is pretty good. It's always positive to beat all those percentages. In the last 3 months, if we look at the insider stories, sorry for all these ads, but in the last 3 months, one insider purchase representing 37,534 shares. That's the most recent trade that's been going on. So nothing much has been going on with this company, but yet it's gone pretty good numbers. They're as you can see here in the week, and then we look at this area right here, so I could show you about the dividend yields, because it's really important that you guys invest in different sectors and have some dividend growth in there as well. They do have a 3.21% yield, which is not bad, nor it's not that good. They do have an annual payout of $1.64, and mind, this is just per stock, right? They do pay a quarterly dividend, so they're going to pay you 4 times 41 cents per stock, right? They do have 58 years growing this dividend, right? So they are amazing. Every single year, every single dividend, they've grown over the years. So this company is definitely something to invest into. Is definitely something to keep in your portfolio in order for you to regain more money. This is, this is pretty much Coca-Cola giving you free money. And they are a stable company. They don't lose that much money and all that stuff. They've gone back to almost to pre-pandemic numbers, so it's definitely something to look at. The next stock that I do want to talk about, it's their straight competitors, right? PepsiCo, going for around $134.98 as of today. They are down 0.47%, which is not too bad. In the 1 week, they're down 1%. In the month, they are down 2%. But if we look at the year, look at this. They're almost at the same, like almost at the same numbers of pre-pandemic numbers, which is pretty good because they've made it back within, a couple months, not a couple months, but like 6 months. They are up 29.88% since the pandemic hit in March. They also do give you a dividend of 3.03%, which is pretty good. And then they just came out with a new thing. Well, not came out, but they launched this new drink called Driftwell that is aimed to improving sleep quality. I mean, you never think of Pepsi, coming up with the sleep quality drink, right? The enhanced water drink will contain L-theanine, an amino acid that is also found in green and black teas, and some mushrooms, right? We're gonna get high, just kidding. As well as 10% of the recommended daily allowance of magnesium. This drink will contain no sugars or calories. So this is a pretty interesting stuff that they come up with this. The drink was conceived by Pepsi employees as a part of an internal contest. Driftwell will be available nationwide on e-commerce sites in December and will be distributed on grocery stores by quarter of 2021. Shares of PepsiCo has overperformed Coca-Cola since the pandemic started in the U.S., with the snacks being business helping to offset the loss on-premise beverage, right? So if you look into this, they will have this Driftwell in grocery stores by quarter 2021. I suggest, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, but I suggest that you guys do invest in Pepsi before quarter of 2021, because then the prices are really gonna boost up, right? So last thing I want to talk about Pepsi is they do have a 3.02% yield, which is somewhat similar to the one that Coca-Cola had, right? Coca-Cola had a 3.21. They do have 31 years of dividend growth, which is still pretty good. It's not as good as Coca-Cola, but it's still pretty high up there. They're never gonna cut it. They also do pay quarterly, and they do pay you $1.02 per share that you own of Pepsi. Now, leading to the last beverage that I was thinking, and is Nestle, right? Nestle currently going for $120.37 at close of day today. They are down 0.24%, which isn't too bad. In 1 week, they are down 1%. In a month, they are down 0.15%. And we look at the year to date, they have surpassed the pre-pandemic numbers, right? Which is huge. They're currently up 11%. And if we look here, when the pandemic hit, they are up more than 29.25%, which is incredible. This is huge growth that they've had. Obviously, if you look here, all the way since 1995, they've had 1,122% growth, which is pretty good. It's great, the stuff that they're doing. They're coming up with different products. Their products and their name is just everywhere. So this is definitely something that you guys should get into, because they also are a dividend company. Now, before I get into the dividend percentage and the dividend number, I do want to say that Nestle, this came out September 9th. Nestle likely to do big acquisitions, so that's something very interesting to look at. Nestle will do more acquisitions, also big ones. The food giant's chief financial officer said on Wednesday, right? We have been very disciplined, but that has not prevented us from doing sizable acquisitions. Starbucks, Atrium, which is now Immune, and there will be probably more in the future as well, because we really want to go there, right? That's freaking huge news, right? Because they want to keep having acquisitions, they want to keep growing their brand, they want to keep giving dividends. So it is very, very good to see this huge growth from this company, as well as giving back to those investors that they have. So 2.3%, which is, you know, not that great, but it's still pretty good. They only have a 3-year dividend growth, which is kind of red flag, but they do pay you $2.7 $2.76 per stock that you have, but they also only pay you annually. So you have to have patience with this company. They will pay you $2.76 per stock that you have. As you can see here, they just paid it out this past June, so it's time to rack up your stocks of Nestle, because they will pay you a huge amount, which is also, you know, if you look at it, it's huge growth for your portfolio, which is also pretty good. And that was the end of today's video. Hopefully you guys liked it. 3 companies that I like: CocaCola, Pepsi, and Nestle. You know, huge companies on the beverage side, huge growth. You know, these companies are set, they're stable, something that you should really invest into. Obviously, do your homework before you invest, and you make your own choices. Don't just follow me because I said it. But they also do give you dividends, and dividends is like free money. You should always reinvest it in order to have more money. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, as well as subscribe, because honestly, it does go a long way. And I will see you guys next time on Coffee and Stocks.